Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and it is finally expansion day. Into the Emerald Dream will launch today, and I thought, hey, let's give you guys decks to try from every class in case you open those cards from Vicious Syndicate. They put out an article of 40 decks, so if there's something here that looks boring to you, they have a ton more you could take a look through, so make sure to check out their article link down below. But a very important warning, don't craft anything today. Just do not craft anything today. Open what you can, then see what kind of deck you can make from these, because these are all untested. They're never like top tier, or extremely rarely top tier. We will have a day one patch review tomorrow, and then deck recommendations once that data starts coming in. I like to wait a couple of days so you don't waste your dust crafting on something that looks broken for like a day and that isn't. So yeah, lots to tune in for. And as well, we have our final day today to enter our giveaway for 3 paid rewards tracks out of my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like a comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel, and if we manage to hit that next 1,000 by tomorrow, we're less than halfway there. You guys have been incredible, so if you've been saving that sub, or you know somebody that hasn't subbed yet, hit that sub button. We'll add that 4th rewards track, so hit that sub button, make me go burrow. If you want to see any of these decks played out, tested out, we're going to be streaming over twitch.tv/Zeddy a bunch today at launch. So that's around 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. CET. We'll be playing like pretty much all these decks. Anything else that pops up, we might try some Wild Arena. We'll open all our packs. We'll buy whatever new stupid cosmetics are in the shop. Should be a ton of fun. Get a sneak peek of some of the gameplay videos that'll be coming out over the next week or so. It'd be great if you come over, hang out, check everything out, and yeah, you could get an idea of maybe if any of these decks are any good, right? We might get completely steamrolled, or maybe there'll be a meta breaker in the bunch. Starting off with the deck I'm most excited about, Suck Control Deathlight. So these are, again, all taken from Vicious Syndicate. Thank you to them. Although this is probably a bit too greedy, I'll probably make this less greedy when I play it, because we have cards like 8 Hands from Beyond, deleting cards. We got Kill Jaded to get infinite value and fatigue. We got Headless Horseman for infinite undeads, and like a Ursoc, an incredible wild god. And then of course the brand new leech package, really showcased with Hideous Husk. Getting those leeches stealing health either from your opponent or the enemy is super strong. And the rest, basic control shell, double blood, unholy. I'm really excited to try this deck out, and we've been playing like theory crafted versions. We've been playing the brawl versions. I'm ready for the full on everything version here, and this looks pretty decent. I don't think it'll be that much different when it gets refined or further refined. And of course, Xavius. Just, you're gonna see a lot of Xavius. That's probably the safest card to craft. But again, I would hold off until we have our craft recommendations. But if you don't want to hold off on Xavius, yeah, I kind of understand. Armor Demon Hunter for Demon Hunter looks like the most potentially frustrating, horrible experience to face. But in theory crafting, in Brawl, it looked really good. And the whole idea is Arcanite Defense Crystal, right? You start with that, you have it die. After that, you could play the Ravenous Fell Hunter, which will bring back 2 defense crystals. You could then play the Ferocious Fellbat, which will bring back 2 Ravenous Fell Hunters, which will bring back 4 Arcanite defense crystals. You got Carnivorous Cubicle in there to do even more of that. You have Return Policy, and then you just have an endlessly giant starship gaining more and more armor and attack, which then you clear the board with the Ceaseless Expanse. You launch that starship, Exodar, likely kill your opponent, and you have Kill Jaden in there again, so you don't fatigue. You have all this armor to stall forever. This deck looks potentially really scary, really good, and if it is, we'll probably get nerfed because this playstyle is horrendous. So yeah, Demon Hunter, if you're looking for a death rattle deck, this is certainly one to go with. Another deck I'm pretty excited for is Nature Druid, where you have the brand new card Hamul Rune Totem, giving you that hero power of summoning an even larger and larger man. Every 2 spells imbues it. So you got cards in there like Sing Along Buddy to get 2 larger plants, men, whatever you want to call them. We even thrown in Mista Vista, basically just for tide pools. Getting a bunch more spells can be really nice. And we got, of course, Malorn, which you'll see in like every imbue deck to get that 1 mana wild god is just really good. And in at least in theory crafting and brawl, this deck felt pretty good. This looks like it'll probably need to be further refined, but overall pretty good starting point and should be a lot of fun. Speaking of imbue, we have Imbue Hunter, which is more focused on imbuing King Plush, because you have that new hero power that discounts your beast and gives them attack. King Plush out there do a ton of damage, and of course, Malorn getting all those wild gods. I'm thinking a Discover version will be the way to go at the end of the day. Like we have no Rangari Scout getting multiple plushes, multiple wild gods. I think that'll be the way to go, but certainly this might be a good starting point to see if Imbue Hunter will kind of click. So more on the less of the Discover stuff, pure Imbue. I think it'll be more of a hybrid if it works out. Next, we have Imbue Mage. There was 3 different Imbue Mage, I believe, in the article. So if you want to find a more tempo-based one, go for it. This is a control version built around just trying to stay alive. So you have like Ancient of Yore, new card, draws a card, gives you armor. Of course, you have Sleet Skater, can give you a ton of armor. And a lot of these Imbue decks have Sing Along Buddy, giving you that extra hero power in there. Because yeah, that hero power of gaining damage and Wisps can do a ton of damage. And then you have Asina, which you can ceaseless, clear the board in Asina for 20. Malorn as well. Imbue Mage looks pretty good, looks pretty solid, and I'm curious to see if this type of shell will work out. Next, we have Imbue Dragon Paladin, and this one I don't think has Sing-Along Buddy because, yeah, you're getting portals, not quite as much synergy, but we have the brand new Ursol card, which I finally opened, which can give you Renewing Flames for a ton of damage, and basically the idea, ramp up that hero power, ramp up those portals, play cards like Dream Warden, play cards like Aegis of Light, tutor out those giant dragons, and probably get it to like 7 mana, where you could hit Dragon Legendary for Warrior, just start summoning more and more dragons, or get to 10 mana and just constantly deal damage with the new dragon that can like hit into minions and its excess can go face. We'll see if this deck works out. Probably will need some refining, but it's pretty cool. It's got dragons and a lot of them. Next, we have Imbue Priest, not sold on this list at all. I'm going to be trying to figure out a more control version, but I'll share this one more of like a tempo version, I guess, with a lot of early game and just really relying on your hero power to get you that late game value. It might be the way to go. It really could be. The only late game we have in here is like Ceaseless and Malorn, and that's about it. But yeah, just relying on that hero power with Sing-Along Buddy, getting extra value out of it, and tutoring out some dragons with your Illusory Green Wing, because the dragons it shuffles are actually dragons, right? The portals or whatever, they're minions. You can tutor those out. So that could be a pretty decent little combo and a more tempo looking version of Priest if that is what you're interested in. Next, I don't want to give like an aggro rogue or a combo rogue. Let's have some fun with rogue. And I'm giving you guys this Thief Rogue list, all centered around Ashamain, right? Your big wild god that can fill your hand with cards from your opponent. You can discount it out, play it earlier with like a Sandbox Scoundrel, or gain some coins with Metal Detector. Doubt this is going to be competitive, but if you want to have some fun with Thief Rogue, and mostly just open Ashamain, right? It's mostly like it's one of the only new cards of the deck. The rest are relatively cheap. Yeah, might be something you want to give a go, except for, I guess, Shallow Dristle, which you can corrupt with that wild god, right? So again, not super competitive looking, but I wanted to give at least one more fun style of meme deck. And I was not sold on Evolved Shaman in either theory crafting or the Brawl, so I'm going to recommend a deck based off of Inara, the Shaman Wild God, and basically we're just trying to cheat it out with Travel, Master Tungar, and then just hopefully high roll and play one of our giant cards, right? And if you don't do that, you could just play them from in hand, maybe cheat it out using Cash Cow, getting coins and playing them a little bit earlier, maybe high rolling Farsight or, Fairy Tale Forest, Parrot Sanctuary, that style of stuff. And of course, we could bring it all back, of course, if we didn't Dungar it out, with Marithra, bringing those big minions back. Doubt it's competitive again, you never know, but hey, you can try and scam some large minions. This deck does look pretty darn good to me, and that is Wallow Warlock, based around Wallow the Wretched, trying to give it as many dark gifts as possible. You have a ton of cards in this deck that give you dark gifts. They don't have to be played, they just have to be generated. That's all that matters. Then Wallow gets those buffs, and we have the location package in there, right? Like Ultralisk Cavern, Spawning Pool, and of course Seaside Giant. So you got some mid-game, some early early game, and then you have your wombo combo kind of OTK you can do. This looked promising, at least in theory crafting. Didn't get to try it in Brawl. I never opened Wallow. I was missing 2 legendaries. Never got to try it out, but I will be trying it out today. So again, you'll want to come hang out on the stream and check it out, or we'll upload some gameplay, hopefully in the next day or 2 on that deck. And then lastly, we have the Dragon Control. So this is based off of trying to play a bit slower, a more like narrow version of dragons. We only have, I believe for dragons in here, Afflicted Devastator, Illusory Greenwing, and Yasandra. So we're very like, and I guess a Meadow Rider, a Meadow Strider's in there as well. So when we play Succumb to Madness, we're very likely to be able to get Yasandra back, and then we can clutch a corruption it, get it back a bunch. And then of course we have the new Wild God Totolora, which we can cheat out on turn like 4 or earlier, I guess with New Heights of the Coin or whatever, with Chemical Spill, and bring all these taunts back with Hydration Station, which is now 10, but probably still playable. So yeah, another deck to really look out for. So there you go. Those are decks for every class to try out today. Again, I will be streaming on my channel, twitch.tv/Zeddy, trying out all this stuff. I would really love it. Become my hangout, check out the stuff, watch me cry as I lose to StarCraft cards and all the like. Hopefully it's not like that. But yeah, we'll have our day 1 patch review where I'll give my just general thoughts on everything going on tomorrow. And then we'll have deck recommendations ready to go on Thursday for standard and wild, as always, with hopefully you'll feel more comfortable to craft. And then we'll have a crafting guide like we always do on the weekend. Saturday or Sunday, we will have that crafting guide on what looks worth crafting, right? And we're off to the races. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.